Well, listen, to everyone out there, this is Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof.
Shalom, shalom.
To many of you, and to a lot of folks that were in the Wizard of Oz, this is which I speak to on a daily basis. I run into people who were in the Wizard of Oz, know him as Mitchell Summers, but we'll for the sake of today, we'll just call him Tevye.
Sounds good to me.
Tevye, tell us a little bit about what's going to be going on at the Jewish festival, and then get into the food part, because that's what people love to do when they come.
Well, I came all the way from Anatevka today because April 7th is going to be rain or shine. We have a Jewish festival. We started it some years back, and the whole community loves to come out. They love to learn about the Jewish people. They love to see the synagogue, and they love the food. You like Jewish food?
Oh, love it.
I'll show you and I'll feed you.
Oh.
Okay. So, my God, you come to the festival and you could have anything you want. You could take home or you can eat here. Look at this. This is kugel. Noodle kugel. Some come potatoes, some come cheese. It's so good. I'll give it a little taste. Oh, that's so good. So, this is really good. With a cup of coffee or glazed tea, you should know from it. In the morning, my mother would make for me what she called the Jewish package. Okay? You didn't know this, did you? So give a kick. We've got here everything. A bagel, cream cheese, onion. We've got tomato, and of course, Kevek. We got here also lox, so delicious, with, of course, a pickle.
Oh, no. You go to it.
You won't be jealous?
No.
All right, then I'm going to take a taste because it looks good to me.
It does look good.
Oh, boy. With a cup of coffee, the Jewish package is perfect. So you can eat it here at the festival. By the way, when you're at the festival, you don't have to just eat alone. You meet people from all over the community, and if you're really smart, you'll come and you'll watch the entertainment. We've got dancing, we've got singing, we've got you getting up and doing the horror. We've got it all while you nosh. This is good, don't you think?
And do you have Moses here?
Moses, that was the shmigegi that I just chased
No,
away.
yeah.
Yeah, but we love Moses. Moses, come here, look. We love Moses.
Oh.
He's such a good boy, and he walks around with the tablets.
Well, I think that maybe it looks more like Marcel Marceau Moses this year. But
Well, Moses had a little bit difficulty with the tongue.
oh, okay.
That's right. So anyway, we got here pickles. You could have with a sandwich. You could take home. I just had it with my bagel and cream cheese. Delicious. Do you know what this is called?
That's matzo ball soup.
Yes, but it's also called Jewish penicillin. Whenever anybody is sick, you make a bowl of matzo ball soup, you bring, God takes care of him, her. It's not a problem. So this is matzo ball soup. People love this. You heat it up when you get back home, or you have a bowl here. But whenever I was sick, my booby, may she rest in peace, she made me matzo ball soup. Jewish penicillin. Put it in the freezer. You don't feel good. You heat it up. You're in business. Now this is, as they say in the French, the pièce de résistance. How's my French?
Oh, he's amazing.
So anyway, when I was a little boy, my grandfather would take me down to a deli. It's Mitchell now, on the Lower East Side, called Katz's Deli. And to this day, you go to New York, you go in there, you tell them Tevye sent you. But you can get it here at the Jewish festival. So look at this, rye bread with a little mustard, brown mustard, spicy brown, with delicious pastrami. You can get corned beef. That's good. With, of course, a pickle. Do you know what that is?
I'm going to let you tell her. It's babka.
Oh, he's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, love my babka.
Yes, this is a chocolate babka. Now, even some of my Jewish friends don't know about this. I'm going to tell you a secret. As delicious as the babka is, put it in the toaster oven for just a couple of minutes to warm it through. The chocolate melts with a cup of coffee. You could die. I'm verklempt even just talking about it. Let me give it a little taste. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, get over here, you.
No.
Get over here. All right. So, Dr. Brown soda is funny, but it's popular amongst the Jewish people. All kinds of flavors, and my kids have to laugh at me. We go into Katz's, I have knish, hot dog, knubbelwurst, pastrami and rye, but I have to save calories, and I have my diet Dr. Brown. A bissel meshiga, you know?
No.
Like you. Okay, so, by the way, when you're at the Jewish festival, you're eating, you're watching the entertainment, some special things. You can get a tour of the synagogue. We have a beautiful synagogue here, and you could see how we pray and learn a lot about the Jewish people. We have beautiful jewelry. We have Judaica, Jewish items. You might even enjoy a mezuzah for your house for God to bless you when you're coming and going. We have people you could talk to. We have a kids zone. You could bring the kids and they could run around and have a good time after they eat their knish. It's just a wonderful day. Rain or shine, you come. So, we're going to finish the food with my favorite, an egg cream. People ask me, why is it called an egg cream? There's no egg. I found out there was never an egg. But I have 5,000 interpretations, but the one that sticks the most is they say that when the Jewish people had it the first time, they went, egg cream, and that's became egg cream. 3 simple ingredients, my friends. You bet chocolate syrup. Don't even try to do anything else. You bet your life. So you have you bet syrup. You put it in the glass. You put in the equal amount of milk. Okay? And you give it a little stir just to get it going. And then what gives it a pop, what gives it a zets, is you put in a little seltzer. And as you pour in, you stir, 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 stir. Look. See, if you get a nice head, this is taka, a good egg cream. Would you like a taste?
I'd love a taste.
Okay, give it a taste. You got to work through the foam.
Oh.
Very good, right? Zees is sweet. So have a sweet year, have a sweet day. April 7th, you'll come to the Jewish festival. I promise you, food, entertainment, Judaica, jewelry, education, tour, kids zone, you name it, we got it. Okay, so that's me. And what else you want to talk about?
Oh my gosh! No, this is great. This is great. We really appreciate it, and again to have Tevye to take us through it. How much better could it be? And
Yes, Moses. How can I help you, darling?
Come to the Jewish festival. Take 2 tablets and call me in April.
And there you have it.
and we don't even have canned laughter for that, but it's okay. We appreciate you doing this for us, and then what we would like to do is to show the folks around, and also let Rabbi Corinne show us some of the things that are the background for this.
Wonderful.
Thank you again.
Shalom, y'all.
We're here with the rabbi at Temple Emmanuel, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Jewish festival coming up in, 2 weeks?
April 7th. So, yeah, but depending on when this airs, it's just around the corner. And we're really excited.
It'll be this week.
All right,
So,
fantastic. Yeah, April 7th, it starts at 11 o'clock and we're open until 5 in the afternoon. And that gives people time to get here, especially so many of the guests who come here during the course of the day come from church or come from other morning meetings that they have. And we're just really excited to open up our home here at Temple Emmanuel to the broader community. That I think has been one of the hallmarks of what we do here. You know how they talk about different festivals, you get to be that thing for the day. And the Jewish festival, we know that people really love getting to be or getting to feel like they're Jewish for the day.
Well, I'll tell you, I remember so well the first time I came out, and my kids were little, and they'll be 30 and 31 here in the next couple of months, so that's been a while. But they had the best time. There was live music and of course the food, the noises, everything you can imagine. So
Yeah, the origins of this go back to the first decade of the century, as Temple Emmanuel was celebrating its 100th year. It was for our centennial, and I think it was in 2007 that we had the first ever Jewish festival in this area, and a celebration of arts and music and Jewish culture, and even an exploration of the Jewish religion, of course, without twisting people's arms, but people have all sorts of questions. And one of the things that I get to do as rabbi is I get to spend time with people here in our main sanctuary, talking a little bit about, what are the basic points of the Jewish tradition, and then answering people's questions. We get to show them around a little bit also, but especially for kids. I mean, my kids also, they're in their mid to late 20s right now, and they grew up coming to here. And I think that a lot of the youth of our community and of Greensboro can say that. And that's why we have a special kids zone during the course of the day so that kids can have fun here, but also, do some of the exploring around Temple.
well, can you tell us, we're sitting here in the sanctuary, kind of give us a feel for the significance of some of the artwork and some of the things in here, especially for people who are not familiar with the Jewish faith?
Yeah, so first and foremost, if we're taking a look like right over to this area over here, you can see where we keep our Torahs. The Torah is the 5 books of Moses written in its Hebrew original on a scroll. And so during the course of the tour that I give, we'll take one of the Torahs out and we'll show people the inside of the Torah so they can see maybe one of their favorite sections from the books of maybe Genesis or Exodus or something like that. And that's cool. And that area over there, we call that the Ark. You find that in synagogues all over the world. It's part of synagogue architecture. You think of not the Ark from Noah's time, but how Moses put the tablets into an Ark. And while we don't have replicas of the 10 Commandments there, that is where we store our Torah scrolls. And so that's just like one little peek into some of the things that you're looking at here, the artwork, and all these things I'll explain during our synagogue tours. But one of the things that stands out on our ark door here, you may find it in some places and not in others, is that the centrality of the 6-pointed star, the Jewish star that you see in front of you there too, it really beautifully woven into the metal lattice work. In my opinion, it's a beautiful piece of art as well as very functional.
Well, and we see the letters around here that most people will not have a clue about.
Yeah, they won't have a clue about, but as you look around, and maybe you can get a sense of it just for those who are watching our interview right now, we do have Hebrew up on the walls here, and that's just not random letters. That comes from Deuteronomy chapter 6, beginning with verse 4 and going on for a little bit. And if I were to translate it, it's the central declaration of the Jewish people, God's oneness and our relationship to God. But then it goes on to the passage afterwards, love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. That's not just a nice quote that comes out of thin air. That's Deuteronomy chapter 6. And so those are the words that our community selected to put on the walls that surround us.
Excellent. Also, I know you put the shofar up on the, am I pronouncing it correctly?
Oh, you got it
Okay. And are there any other details that you would give on a tour that our audience needs to know?
Yeah, well, I don't want to go through the whole thing.
Okay, we don't, hey.
It's a, and as you know, whenever you ask clergy a question, right, we'll tell you we're going to give you a 1 minute answer, and it takes us 5 minutes.
Earlier, folks, I asked him what time it was, and he told me how to make a watch. So
There you go. There you go. That's a good one. I love that one. But no, we do have the a shofar here. Sometimes it's a ram's horn. It can be any other type of animal that we've traditionally used. This one is a very long horn, and I will sound that, not right now, but during the course of the tours that we do. Traditionally, that was sounded at the beginning of the New Year's or on holidays or other times like that. Nowadays, we just do it at the, or like a trumpet for a coronation. In ancient times, we had kings and queens, or even in times of war. Nowadays, we just sound it during the beginning of the year. With the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. And again, when we have a group gathered here, even though it's not the New Year, I'll go ahead and, because very often people want to know, we don't play it like a saxophone or a trumpet. I've seen some people like, oh, I play this in my local band. I'm like, really? Because that's kind of not what we do.
well, let me ask you this, because this is a lot of work. The festival is going to be a lot of moving parts, a lot of people involved. But what is your favorite part of the festival?
Well, look, I want to pick up on what you said first, and that is it takes about 200 to 300 volunteers for us to make this happen every year, who I'm very, very grateful to. My favorite part is the buzz in the temple. Temples usually, our temple is usually like a beehive anyway, and yet that day every year where thousands of people come to Temple Emmanuel, and you can just feel the energy. That I love, because I think, like I said before, this is a very important Jewish day, but it's also a day of gathering for people from all over, and you can just feel what I think is spiritual energy just really coursing through the temple on that day. Clearly, it's not that everybody is like, I'm becoming Jewish. That's not what the purpose is, right? That's not who we are. But on the other hand, I think it's that people really do feel a resonance and a connection. And that's why I think people come out, is to help celebrate, the diversity of Greensboro and connections that they have, sometimes even within their own faith, to the Jewish people's story.
Well, I will say too that parking always is a challenge, and it depends on what time of day you get here. And I'm not sure that there's any real answer to this, but it snakes all over the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you are up for a little bit of a walk when you do come to this, and it's worth the walk. I mean, it's not Woodstock proportions or something like that, but it is. It's definitely find a place nearby. Be kind to our neighbors, who we're very grateful to. We are tremendously grateful to our neighbors, and walk on over onto the premises, and because we use most of the footprint of our space here, and so that's why we don't have extra room for parking. Otherwise, I think we would be in much better shape. But what can I tell you?
Well, we thank you for all this, and we certainly encourage everyone in the community to come out. So tell us again the date, the hours, and any other last minute thoughts you might have.
Sure. So it's April the 7th, Sunday, April the 7th, from 11 to 5 p.m. And John, I'm just very grateful that you've come over today to talk with us, because, you as a friend of our community and as someone with a very big voice in Greensboro, we know that this year is going to be a very special year for the Jewish festival. Our encouragement to people, because the food is just that good, and, the crafts people here, bring a few extra shekels, because you're definitely going to want to, not be left wondering, oh my goodness, I really didn't know that they were going to have all these things, and it was going to be something that I would want, right? The smells are out of this world, the sights are out of this world, and people are going to want to be prepared, because this is a great place to have lunch or a mid-afternoon snack, and of course, just bring your friends, tell others. You don't have to be Jewish, but like I said, everybody gets to be Jewish for the day, and we're very grateful for that.
Thank you so much.